Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wish you all have a good day. Thank you for joining us today. We are from Group 1 and today we will talk about past tense used to for habitual action. Okay, but before we start the lesson, let me introduce you to our member from the Group 1. Next slide. Okay, there are a few people in our group. The first one is me, Siti Rahmatia, and then we have Miss Maghfira Kurnia Fajri, and Miss Enggar Putri Kusuma, and the last one, Mr. Gaddy Indra Caesario. Next slide. Okay, before we continue to the lesson, I will let you know, guys, that at the end of the presentation, we have a few questions that you can answer in the comment section, in the YouTube comment section. So we would love to waiting for your answer. Okay, let me just straight to the point. Used to, the past tense, also known as the preterite, is used to describe actions that have already happened. And for used to, we use used to plus infinitive to talk about a past situation that is no longer true. It tells us that there was a repeated action or state in the past which has now changed. So to simplify it, we use it to express something that we do, like we regularly, we often do in the past, but now we don't do it again. Okay, next slide. There are few rules for used to when we use it in like sentences. The first one for positive sentences, we have subject plus use plus two infinitives. So like if you want to make a sentences, you can use these rules. The second one is negative sentences. We can use subject plus did not plus used plus two infinitive. Then we have interrogative in the interrogative sentences. Okay, we have did plus subject plus used plus two infinitive. To note, used always followed by two infinitive. I'm sorry for the grammatical, the wrong typing. This is used, not used. Well, we will correct it soon. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Okay, the next lesson will be brought to you by Miss Enggar. Miss Enggar, time is yours.
Thank you. Look at this explain. I used to live in London. She used to love me, but not anymore. They used to wanna be her use. Next, no, I never used to read comics book. Next text. Be used to means be familiar with or be accustomed to. Example conversation. She's used to the city now and doesn't get lost anymore. He wasn't used to walking so much and his legs hurt after the heat. I am a teacher, so I'm used to speak in public. Used to and get used to. Next, to Miss Fajri.
We use get used to talk about the process of becoming familiar with something. I'm finding this new job hard, but I'm sure I'll get used to it soon. It took my mother years to get used to living in London after moving from Pakistan. I'm getting used to the noise now. I found it really stressful when I first moved in. Be used to and get used to are followed by a noun, pronoun, or the negative ing form of a verb and can be used about the past, present, or future. Selanjutnya Mas Gaddy. Next.
The
The
conclusion.
conclusion.
In
In
conclusion,
conclusion,
the
the
past
past
tense
tense
is
is
used
used
to
to
describe
describe
action
action
that have
that have
already
already
happened.
happened.
The
The
phrase
phrase
used
used to
to is
is
often
often
used
used
to
to
refer
refer
to
to
something
something
that happened
that happened
regularly,
regularly in the past,
but no
but
longer
no longer
happen in the
happen in
present.
the present.
It is
It is
important to
important to
remember
remember
to use the
to
past
use
tense
the past tense with
used to,
used to,
not the present
not the
tense,
present tense,
and the verb
and the verb
is
is
always
always
in the
in
infinitive
the
form.
infinitive form.
The phrase
The
used to
phrase used to
can also
can
be
also be used
in question
in
and
question
negative
and
sense.
negative sentence.
It is
It
important
is
to
important to
remember
remember
Sorry to
to
interrupt.
to
Can you please mute the other account that you have because the voice is like I don't know how to say it. Yeah. Turn off the mute the one account. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Please continue. Sorry.
okay. The conclusion. In conclusion, the past tense is used to describe action that have already happened. The phrase used to is often used to refer to something that happened regularly in the past, but no longer happen in the present. It is important to remember to use the past tense with used to, not the present tense, and the verb is always in the infinitive form. The phrase used to can also be used in question and negative sentence. It is important to remember to use the past tense when talking about habitual action that happened in the past. The phrase used to is a useful tool to express this action in a concise and accurate way. Knowing how to use the phrase used to correctly will help you communicate more effectively in English. Next slide. The question is, choose the correct form to complete the sentence below. 1. What music blah 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 to like when you are the child? A. Did you see? B. Did you use? Or C. Used you? 2. They blah 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 in the village, but now they live in the city. The question is A. Used to live. B. Used to live. And C. Used to live in. 3. I blah 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 to go to the movie every weekend. A. Didn't use. B. Don't use. C. Didn't use. Next slide. Thank you for watching the group 1. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bye guys. Thank you.